during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
It's great to be with you. Hope you're having a good day, good start to the day. And we're off and running. All kinds of stuff in the news. We'll report on some of it. Things that today, a couple of stories that are trending that deal with caution. You need to exercise some caution with food. I'll explain in a minute. Appears that Dr. Oz is in a bit of not trouble, but it's an odd story. You know, what's that old saying? No good deed goes unpunished. He's in a little bit of trouble with some of his colleagues. I'll explain what that's all about. There's a number of things here I'd like to talk about, and I can't get to all of it. Everything from everything from cholesterol-lowering drugs to, and I'm not kidding you, now they're talking about when at some point when boys are born, they get circumcised, and sometimes those circumcisions get botched. And you often don't hear these stories reported on now, but there's a story that's trending this morning about these botched circumcisions with these baby boys, and then later on having to do, believe this or not, a penis transplant. Now, those, no pun intended, that's a delicate story to report on and talk about. I'll see if I can get to it and report on it in a way that doesn't insult people's sensibilities. You have to be careful how you report on those stories. After all, it is medicine, it is health, it is an adult show, but nevertheless, you still have to exercise some rhetorical sensitivity when you report on those stories. I'll see if I can. Maybe I should talk with Dr. Jones about it, because he was a surgeon throughout his entire career. He's going to be by today. He's become a pretty popular guest on the show. And Dr. Gifford Jones, he'll be along. 877-897-8255. Always enjoy my conversations with him. Apparently you do as well. You enjoy listening to him and the on-air interaction I have with him, as well as he has with callers. I mean, Dr. Jones is one of those physicians who takes a position on things and puts it on the line. He's done that through his entire career. If you go and Google him, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't want to talk about things unless he wants to talk about them. I don't want to spring it on him. Things that he's been involved in, controversial issues, taking a stand. But nevertheless, my point is that he, throughout his career, he's not just been standing on the sidelines. By the way, he's 91. And you'll see a commercial running. If you watch Let's Talk Nutrition, you'll see a commercial running during the breaks on the TV portion of this show, where he's talking about Medi-C Plus, and you can see for yourself that he's in pretty good shape. All right, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Well, apparently, people at Bluebell Creameries, that Texas-based companies, are screaming, and they're probably saying, "Who let the listeria bacteria in the manufacturing plant?" Now they're having to recall all their products, all of them. All of them. Now, if you think this is not a PR nightmare for them, and if you don't think it's a health issue, it is. And it's a troublesome issue. This is a long. This company is 108 years old. It's a family-owned creamery, and it issued its first recall last month. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention linked their ice cream to contaminated listeriosis to 3 deaths at a Kansas hospital. 5 other people in Kansas and Texas were sickened, they reported, with the disease, which can cause fever, muscle aches, and gastrointestinal symptoms. Now they're issuing a recall of all of their products. 2 samples of the chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream tested positive for potentially deadly listeria bacteria. They don't know how it got into the plant, the manufacturing line. This is a nightmare. Of course, bacteria are microscopic, right? It's not as if they have rodents running around. You can see them. This is hard. It's hard to clean up the factory, the manufacturing. It's very difficult. The foodborne illness was tracked to a production facility in Brenham, Texas, and later to a second line in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Here are some of the states involved where retail outlets sell their ice cream: Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Nevada, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and Wyoming. We are in many of those states. This show broadcasts. That's why I'm reporting on the story, because it reaches our audience and want to make you aware. So if you have some Bluebell in that refrigerator, in that freezer, and you bought it recently, you might want to consider pitching it. 877-897-8255. See, a lot of people have this. There's this myth. Oh, if you just bacteria can't live in a cold environment. Really? Yeah. It's a myth. It's a myth. And Dr. Oz, he finds himself in a pickle, apparently. I don't know what's going on with this story. Physicians sent a letter to Columbia University and they expressed their dismay that Dr. Oz is on the faculty. Everybody knows Dr. Mehmet Oz. I like Dr. Oz. I think he's done a lot to promote traditional health, alternative health, and medicine and therapies. He said in a written statement in response to this letter that a group of doctors accuse him of, I'll quote, manifesting an egregious lack of integrity, end quote. Oh, my. In his TV and promotional work. And they call his faculty position at Columbia University unacceptable. I mean, they're going after him. If you're watching the show, you'll see an image of him and the CNN report on. We come back, I'll tell you more about the story. He's getting hammered. He just got himself in some hot water not long ago. He had gone to in front of a congressional committee to complain about people pirating his website in one form or another and things that he says, and then using his name to promote products without his permission. And then he got filleted at that very hearing for pimping, let me say it, pimping products that in the minds of some were, how can I put this? Charlatan-like? I don't know. Now he's in trouble again. I don't know. We'll see what happens with this. I'll tell you more about it.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971. And we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life life for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And we're back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening, whatever you may be doing while you're listening and watching the show. I'm reporting on Dr. Oz. I happen to like him. I think he does a pretty good job and has over the years. Apparently, some of his colleagues don't like Dr. Oz very much, to the extent that they've sent a letter to Columbia University saying that they're accusing him of, quote, manifesting an egregious lack of integrity, and quote, on his TV show and his promotional work on that show. Earlier this week, a group of 10 physicians from across the country emailed a letter to Columbia University expressing their dismay and disapproval with Dr. Oz being on the faculty. They don't like it. It was sent to the Columbia faculty's Dean for Health Sciences and Medicine. That fellow's name is Dr. Lee Goldman. And said the group is, quote, surprised and dismayed, end quote, that Dr. Emmett Oz is a member of the faculty. And he holds a senior administrative position at Columbia, too. They don't like it. He's also the chair of the Department of Surgery at Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. He's a surgeon. Now, I just wonder how much of this is about professional jealousy. I wonder. You know, it's not as if Dr. Oz is going on there holding up a bottle of snake oil and doing outrageous things. I think sometimes he may, because of producers, his discourse has changed over the years. That's a function of producers. I know people that know Dr. Oz that are on that show and are part of the production of that show, and I am told, and I can't reveal my sources, I am told that he is very particular and very much involved in what goes on with that show. So in fairness to him, my sources tell me, and there are two, that he is careful. But some of his colleagues don't like it. They don't like that he's on that show, and they think that he's doing snake oil kinds of things. They especially, for example, don't like the idea that he mentions about GMOs. They complained that he is opposing GMOs when there is no enough scientific evidence to do so. In a written statement issued Friday, Dr. Oz said the following, quote, I bring the public information that will help them on their path to their best selves. We provide multiple points of view, and he does, including mine, which is offered without conflict of interest. That doesn't set well with certain agendas which distort the facts. For example, he said, I do not claim that GMO, which is genetically modified organism, foods are dangerous, but believe that they should be labeled like they are in most countries around the world. I will address this on the show next week, and close quote. Apparently, he's going to address this on the show. So 10 physicians accuse him of manifesting an egregious lack of integrity by promoting quack treatments, they said, and cures in the interest of personal financial gain, close quote. That's pretty stiff, fellas. Come on now. They go on to say Dr. Oz has, quote, either outrageous conflicts of interest or flawed judgments about what constitutes appropriate medical treatments, or both, close quote. Listen here. Make no mistake. The traditional medical establishment, in my opinion, sometimes is a little ultra-sensitive and paranoid and get threatened. Dr. Oz is a surgeon. He's a classically trained allopathic physician. He's a surgeon. He's not a naturopath. They still went after him because he's going against the grain. I'm not an apologist. I don't know Dr. Oz. I've never spoken to Dr. Oz. I probably will never meet Dr. Oz, and I don't care if I ever do meet him. I like him. If I meet him, it would be great. I would enjoy it. Some of my colleagues know him very well. There are two sources that I have that know him very well and tell me that this is not really what's going on with him in terms of the way he's being characterized. I just thought I'd share this with you. He was on a hot seat at Capitol Hill on June at that hearing on false advertising for deceptive weight loss products. Remember that? Senator Claire McCaskill, chairwoman of the Senate Subcommittee on Consumer Protection, Product Safety, and Insurance, gave him what for? So, there you go. 877-897-8255. I'm going to be interested to see how this ultimately plays out. He's got over 1 million viewers, like 1.5 million viewers. He's got a lot of people that watch him. He's got a great forum. And he's done a lot to educate people. I don't know. I mean, what is this? Is this no good deed goes unpunished? You know, I wonder how many out of that 10 is this professional jealousy, or are you really concerned about Dr. Oz's integrity and that he's on the faculty because he's on TV? What? Maybe you're just a little too snooty there at Columbia? I don't know. I wonder if they had that level of popularity and notoriety, if they would be so inclined to write such a letter and say such things. I don't know. We'll be back with Dr. Jones.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best.
Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Saturday.
Radio 1250 wins WHNZ. iHeartRadio, pick it up.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. If you've listened to my show over the past 10 years, you know that I have a lot of faults. One of them is I don't suffer from jealousy. I like successful people. I like people to succeed, even in my own profession, other talk show hosts. I think the better talk show hosts, radio and TV we have, the better the whole project in educating the public. I think Dr. Oz has done a pretty good job over the years. Is he perfect? No. Am I? Absolutely not. Has he made some bad judgments sometimes? Yeah, I think he would probably say so, if he had to take some things back. But essentially, I think overall he's maintained pretty much his integrity, I think. But he's getting a lot of heat from 10 physicians who are very upset that he's involved with Columbia University and holds positions there that he does. Let's go to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Apparently, Christina, you have some thoughts about Dr. Oz?
Oh, yes, I do watch his show, and I also take supplements myself. And I really agree that there is a lot of jealousy there. I really know people. I've been around, a long time, and I know how people are, and I agree that it is a jealousy issue.
Have you ever found him to be, untrustworthy, that he's, forgive the expression, pimping the product just to sell product? Have you ever felt that way about him?
No, I do not. It's like you said, none of us are perfect. He's not perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. And we all do. We make mistakes. But as a whole, I like him. I like his show. And like I said, I take supplements. I would rather have supplements than have a doctor give me some pill that has all the side effects that some of them have.
Yeah.
And I just feel that he's being treated unfairly.
I think so. I think that letter, the way they described him is,
right.
I think, really unfair to him.
Yes.
So he's going to address it.
Yes.
Sometime this week. I don't know if that's today or when, but he's going to talk about it on his show.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I know people. I have two sources that know him and they're affiliated with the show,
mm-hmm.
and they tell me that he participates in the meetings, production meetings. And by the way, he's one of the most published physicians. He's always publishing, and he's also a surgeon. I mean, he practices surgery. I mean,
he's a heart surgeon.
Yeah, I mean, this is a serious physician, and he's well trained. And I don't know. I thought I'd report on it. I know a lot of my viewers and listeners of the show watch Dr. Oz, and there is believe you me, in my profession, there's a lot of professional jealousy.
There is. There is.
I like successful. I like being around them. I enjoy meeting them.
Yes.
I learn from them, and it just makes for a better industry all the way around. So
I feel the same way, and I feel he's a very compassionate, very caring.
He is.
Yes.
I feel the same way.
Yes.
So we'll see what happens to him. I wish him the best, and I appreciate you calling me. And I guess you got a nice little bit of weather there now. Nice weather for a change.
Yes, the sun is shining right now, which is good.
Well, thanks, Christina, for listening, and thanks for calling.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Jones is my guest, and a lot of you like Dr. Jones. I happen to like him myself. And Dr. Gifford Jones. You can look him up on the internet. Google his name. You'll find a lot of interesting stories associated with him. Dr. Jones, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. What do you make of this attack on Dr. Oz? What do you make of that?
Well, I think the lady that you just called in hit it right on the nose, Dr. Garko. It's a combination of jealousy and notoriety. And I find that happens with what has happened to me over the years. You know, I've written approximately 2,500 columns in the last 40 years, and invariably I get criticized. And the people who do it criticize one or two columns, and they forget about all the time I'm talking about good lifestyle, and you should do this and that to improve your chances of survival and having the good life. So that there are always people around who are really nitpicking at you all the time. And I saw that even when I was involved in trying to legalize heroin for terminal cancer patients. I thought, that was one column. No one is going to criticize me. No one.
What was it? What was that? You were trying to legalize the use of
heroin for terminal cancer patients.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a situation where no one would be critical of me. And within a few days of writing the column, the Canadian Cancer Society criticized me. They criticized me as being a headline-seeking medical journalist.
Mm-hmm.
And not only the Cancer Society criticized me, the RCMP criticized me. My medical profession criticized me. In other words, all of a sudden, I was the bad guy for trying to, what I thought was a humanitarian move.
So
I can sympathize with the good Dr. Oz.
So for these patients that were dying of cancer, they were going to die, right? They were. Yes. Their time on the earth was short. You were trying to it was comfort care, palliative care. I don't know what you want to call it.
Palliative care.
Palliative care. You were recommending that they be given heroin to ease the pain. Is that what you were doing?
That's right, because I had found out that in England that heroin had been available for terminal cancer patients for 90 years. And my feeling was, if it's good for English patients, why not Canadian? And of course, I was criticized so severely about it that I took a couple of weeks off and went over to England and Scotland and did my own research. And there I found out that the people that were criticizing me in Canada were totally wrong in their criticism. They worried about, thieves breaking into pharmacies and stealing heroin. And Scotland Yard told me it wasn't even on their radar. It wasn't happening. They told me that morphine was just as good as heroin, and of course I found out in England that heroin was much better than morphine. It goes through the blood-brain barrier quicker, less effect on respiratory problems. So really, there were lies, and it took me 4 years of fighting for it before heroin was finally legalized in Canada about 25 years ago.
So they do now use heroin at end-of-life treatment.
Let's put it this way. I fought for practically 5 years to have legalized heroin in Canada, and it was finally passed by the government. And when it was finally passed, what happened? Even in my own hospital, Toronto General Hospital, they said, well, the government has passed the law, you can have heroin, but in order to prescribe it for patients, you have to go before a committee and explain why it's needed. Well, busy doctors aren't going to do that. So after fighting for 5 years to get it legalized, the amount of heroin that was used by Canadian doctors became so trivial that it's no longer possible to use heroin in Canada. In other words, it was a huge battle won and a war lost. And
it's interesting.
I hope the people that made that war lost, I hope there's a special place in hell for them.
Yeah, because if you're dying and you're dying of cancer, the pain is so severe, they're going to certainly shoot you up with morphine. If heroin would work better, why wouldn't you want to do that? Again, these battles. We come back, we'll talk to David in St. Petersburg, something about maple syrup.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Are you able to consume the recommended 6 to 8 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in a day for optimal health and well-being? Who has time to prepare and eat that many servings? Now there is a way to consume 5 whole servings of fresh fruits and vegetables in an easy-to-mix drink. That's half of your daily recommended servings in one drink. Introducing Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst Powder, made up of 29 enzymatically alive whole foods, along with 7 antioxidant-rich berry extracts in a delicious powder form that you can easily mix into water or your favorite fruit juice. Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst contains sea vegetables, probiotics, organic grasses, and herbal extracts that help to support the immune system, provide increased energy, provide an alkaline pH, and cleanse and detoxify the body. No heat is used in the processing of Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst, so it is enzymatically alive, just like fresh fruits and vegetables. You can find Greens Plus Wild Berry Burst at your local health food store. Ask for it by name.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against free radical damage, supports heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit Kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
We're back. Wherever and however you may be listening and watching the show. And I don't have permission to use the last names, but I know that Maria and Julie, and they work in a, I can't mention the office, the law office, but they work in a law office. And I know that that crew in that office watches the show every day. I just wanted to let you know that there are a lot of people out there that do view the show, and I want to thank them for doing that. Let's go to St. Petersburg, Florida. David, you had a question about maple syrup. You heard me allude to a story this past week about maple syrup, right?
Yeah, some of that and prescription drugs or something.
Mm-hmm.
It inhibits it or enhances it or something?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Does grapefruit do the same thing, or...
That I don't know, but a concentrated extract of maple syrup, we'll get Dr. Jones to comment on this, makes disease-causing bacteria more susceptible to antibiotics. This was an experiment that was done at McGill University. The study was published in Applied in Environmental Microbiology, and the study suggests that if you combine maple syrup extract with common antibiotics, that'll increase the microbe's susceptibility, leading to lower antibiotic usage. This is an odd combination. Maple, of all things, maple syrup. And overuse of antibiotics certainly has been commented on quite extensively And you got the emergence of these drug-resistant bacteria. So now researchers are trying to figure out how to deal with both of these issues. And so now they're combining maple syrup, an extract, with the antibiotic. They find they have to use less antibiotic. It's the phenols in the maple syrup apparently are antioxidant in nature, and apparently are contributing to this effect. And the bacteria that they looked at were E. coli. And then there's a common bacteria that's a common cause of urinary tract infection, Proteus mirabilis. Those were the bacteria that they looked at. And so the by itself, the extract was mildly effective, they said, in combating the bacteria. But when the maple extract was especially effective when it was applied in combination with antibiotics. So here you have, two different worlds coming to, if you will, coming together to produce a good result. That was the story that I never got a chance to report on. But you remembered I had alluded to it, right?
Yeah, that reminded me. Then grapefruit. I think grapefruit, if I'm not mistaken, enhances your liver's ability so much so that you shouldn't even take grapefruit with prescription drugs. Does
I don't know.
Help your liver do that with nutrients too?
I don't know. Let me see. Dr. Jones, you know anything about that?
Not a thing.
Me either. I honestly, David, I don't know. You know
they
me.
They tell you not to have grapefruit juice with certain drugs.
That could very well be.
Duke and the doc. What?
No, you mustn't take grapefruit juice with, say, your cholesterol-lowering drugs, because that increases the concentration of the drug in the body, and that's due to an enzyme in the liver. So you never take use orange juice. Don't take grapefruit juice with anything.
Well, I heard it was the reason it did that and made your liver more efficient in absorbing it, much so it's dangerous because of what you mentioned. And they said, Dr. Duke and the doctor read the research, said, well, that's not the fault of the drug. That's the fault of how much better your liver's working because of the grapefruit juice.
Well,
and that's why you don't mix them together.
Well, whatever. The point of the fact of the matter is, Dr. Jones is right. His recommendation is don't use grapefruit juice with your prescription drugs. Period.
Well, the reason I mentioned the grapefruit juice for that is, if it helps your liver absorb that, which is not good because you're going to get too much of that, like he says.
Yeah.
Will it help you absorb the nutrients in your food?
I don't think
better?
so. I don't think there's any. My instinct is to say no to that. I could be wrong. I'd have to check it, but it's an interesting call, and thank you for reminding me to report on that story about maple syrup, David. All
right, thank you.
You always have good questions, and that was a nice reminder. Dr. Jones, I know you want to talk about vitamin C, but I can't help it. I always pull you into these things. See, if you hang out with me, you'll get in trouble sooner or later. I can promise you that.
Maybe in trouble now.
Listen, in South Africa, in Eastern Cape, South Africa, different cultures have different rituals. Right. Teenage boys, they're clad only in a blanket with white clay painted on their face. They have to undergo, it's a ritual, this agonizing traditional circumcision. Hundreds of boys have died as a result of this ritual, and hundreds more, many more, have lost their genitalia, their penises, when infection sets in. And then those who survive, the scar tissue is so
blocks the urine.
Yes, and the scar tissue deforms the penis, right? Yeah. It causes a deformity. They have now a Dr. Vander Murray and a team of surgeons took 9 hours, and they conducted what is being called the world's first successful penile transplant. They did this at Tygerberg Hospital in Cape Town. I know you were a surgeon your entire life. Do you have any familiarity with this kind of issue generally or specifically relative to the story I just reported on?
Well, I guess my general issue is that basically I would say to circumcision, thanks but no thanks. It's routinely done, and they've done it for years to supposedly decrease the rate of urinary tract infections during the first year of life, and also to decrease the possibility of cancer of the penis. But I think, generally speaking, I wrote on this several years, many years ago, and it really came to the conclusion that it was really an archaic procedure, and should never be done. It certainly takes away the pleasure of sex to a degree, and those who say, well, it doesn't, how do they know? Because they haven't had it done, they might enjoy it even more. So I think it's an archaic procedure which gets into terrible complications. When you review the literature on it, my goodness, the complications can be from amputation of the penis itself to great problems with scar tissue and so forth. So I would not recommend it to anyone.
You're against it. It's one thing to have it done when when you're born, just come into the world, or you're a couple days old. It's another thing to have it done when you're a teenage boy. I just wanted to report on that. Different cultures, different rituals, different outcomes, different practices. We'll be back with Dr. Jones.
Feel
made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. If you just dialed in, I'm very appreciative. Your listenership is not taken for granted, or your viewership, believe you me. Around here, every single person, every single radio station with whom we are affiliated is important, no matter how big, how small, whatever. That's just the way I like to think about it. And it's a privilege to be on the air with you and have great guests that come onto this show. We work hard at that, and Dr. Gifford Jones is one of them. And he's with us today. And I always like to spend a few minutes talking with him about things or issues that are not necessarily related to a particular theme that he wants to focus on. And I pull him into these things because how could I pass up the opportunity with his background and experience? I mean, for decades, he practiced medicine and was a surgeon. And he's currently, by the way, he's in his 91st year, I believe, now. And if you just Google him, you'll see. He's not sitting in some nursing home filled with decrepitude and rolling around, barely. The guy writes a column every week. He comes on my show. He goes on other shows, travels, makes appearances, and he's 91. So I'm always using him as an example of, your chronological age is one thing. Your biological/functional age is another matter. You could be 91 biologically, chronologically, biologically, you could be 71 or younger. So Dr. Jones is with us. Please visit Let's Talk Nutrition Facebook page and like the page, if you could, please, and I'll like you back. We'd like to build our likes on that page, and ask others to like the page, and you'll see on the page stories that I report on, stories and studies that I report on. Like there's a reference today about Dr. Gifford Jones being on the show talking about Medi-C Plus, and all the different links to the stories I report on are there, and we got those posted for you so you can actually go and look at the story yourself. You'll find, if you visit Let's Talk Nutrition website, you'll see my articles there too, and they're free. I don't charge. I don't do that. It's free. Dr. Jones, welcome back. It's great to have you back, and it's always enjoy having you on. I hope you don't mind when I pull you into those different stories and studies upon which I'm a medical journalist as well, just like you. And, these are important things to talk about, and I know you appreciate that, right?
Of course. No, it's taking a broad view of medicine, let's say.
Yeah.
And it was interesting when you were talking about heroin, for instance. I went to the Great Ormond Street Hospital in London when I was researching about why we should have heroin for terminal cancer patients. One of the things that really struck home was I saw young children, 4 and 5 years of age, dying of malignancy. And the nurses said they preferred heroin to morphine because it gave the children a nice, fuzzy feeling. Now, isn't that and here we were denying heroin to people in Canada and in the United States. So getting back to what you said earlier, if we don't talk about these things on the air, who will? For instance, you're talking about Dr. Oz and the problems he has with talking about certain products. Well, I have had problems, too, talking about Medi-C, for example.
Why? How could you get in trouble talking about Medi-C Plus?
They think you're relating yourself to a product. But the point is, I talk about high doses of vitamin C and lysine. I don't always mention Medi-C product. But you still get criticized. And the point is, if the Canadian Medical Association, and no one here in Canada, is admitting to the fact that people are taking cholesterol-lowering drugs, when they could be taking a product like high doses of vitamin C and lysine as is in Medi-C Plus, and get a better effect, cheaper in terms of cost, and certainly without the unintended consequences. So that my reaction to people that don't like Dr. Oz and don't like me is, if we don't talk about these things, who is going to talk about them? Certainly in Canada, no one.
We were asking the other day, we were trying to figure out how many nationally syndicated health talk shows like Let's Talk Nutrition are on the air, that are on the air 5 days a week, 2 hours a day, that are live and stream. And my producers and others, we were hard-pressed to think of, we were having a hard time coming up with some shows.
I don't think there'd be many like yours 5 days a week.
5 days a week, 2 hours a day, and we are live. The show airs 9 to 11. Of course, it does play at different times in different markets. We're approaching now. I mean, we're in scores of markets now, and it's taken a long time to do this. So I'm very cognizant of this show is about edutainment, Dr. Jones, and I say edutainment because it has to have an entertainment value to it, but educating and learning is fun. It's supposed to be fun.
You try to make, if you don't make medicine, I could write about thousands of columns that no one would ever read. You've got to amuse people or entertain people while you're talking about a medical topic.
Absolutely, I agree with you as well. And by the way, I must tell you on a personal note, I'm into where I go. People like this morning, for example, I was working out in Starbucks before coming on the air, and the young girl with her mom came up to me. She's 13 years old and said, I see you in here all the time. I want to come up and introduce myself to you. And I started talking with her and so on. But people will approach me, like at the gym or wherever I go, and your name has come up now recently, and they really enjoy your conversations with our conversations on the air, and they enjoy you. I just wanted to let you know. So just so you think that you're not wasting your time. You're having an effect, at least with the listeners and viewers of this show, I know, because they're telling me.
That's nice. That's very nice to hear.
Well, I know, and I know at this stage of the game, you're not an egomaniac or narcissistic. I know that, you take it in good stride, and
I don't think I'm going to be mobbed by people when I come down to Tampa.
As you pull up in the long black limo. Well, listen, why in the world would somebody want to take 10 grams of vitamin C a day with lysine? Why would they want to do something like that?
Well, basically because I think, Dr. Garko, it saved my life. And if it saved my life, why not theirs? We know that from the experiments of Dr. Bush in Hull, England, that if you take 6,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily, along with 5,000 of lysine, that within 6 months you can see a reversal of atherosclerosis in retinal arteries. Now, that is a monumental finding. It should be the headlines of every newspaper in the world, because for the first time it's been shown that you can literally reverse hardening the arteries. And that means not just in the coronary arteries, but you're literally, when you take Medi-C Plus, you are sending that message to the entire arterial system. In other words, you can't swallow a vitamin pill, say, just go to my coronary arteries. it goes to the 60,000 miles of blood vessels scattered throughout the body. So it's why should they take it? To prolong their life and to give greater quality to their life.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's been around a long time. It has a long history. In school, when you got a C, that was considered average.
That's right. Got a lot of gentlemen's C's.
Yeah, gentleman's C. But when it comes to vitamins, C isn't really, that's a good grade, and you need a lot of C. And Dr. Jones will explain why, and you'll hear that there are fat-soluble nutrients, and then there are water-soluble vitamins. What does that really mean anyway? And we'll talk about vitamin C in some detail, and maybe you should be up to 10 grams a day. I am.
Is your fish oil wildly pure? New Chapter is proud to offer a whole food approach to fish oil, Whole Mega. Naturally pure 100% wild-caught salmon comes from the pristine waters of Alaska. Like extra virgin olive oil, the fresh-caught salmon for Whole Mega is pressed immediately after harvest. And that's all that's needed to deliver wild Alaskan salmon's whole complement of vital omega fatty acids. These omegas support your heart health. One serving of Whole Mega per day, 2 grams, has been clinically shown to help retain healthy triglyceride levels and to improve the omega-3 index, a studied marker of heart health. And did you know experts recommend consuming 2 to 3 servings of fish per week? So 1 week of Whole Mega delivers the omegas of 3 servings of wild Alaskan salmon. Discover the New Chapter difference, wildly pure Whole Mega. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local Fine Health food store.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less. Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local Vitamin Discount Center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll free at 1-844-871-0069.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
There have been some observational and randomized clinical interventional studies that have indicated that the antioxidant vitamin C and even vitamin E can reduce, and I'll use a technical term here and I will explain, intima media thickness of the carotid arteries, and that intima media thickness means something, and we'll explain. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition. My guest is Dr. Gifford Jones. We always try to, we don't want to dumb it down, but we don't want to make it so complicated and technical that people will tune it out because they get bored and I get bored. But we try to, still keep it legitimate and talk about things. So when I use terms like that, I'm not using it for some effect. I'm trying to educate and trying to explain in medical ways, but an understandable way, what we're talking about. Dr. Jones, why is it that the coronary arteries are so susceptible to disease? Or maybe they're not, and it's just the way we live. But is there something about coronary arteries that makes them so vulnerable?
Well, the closer you are to the heartbeat, the more vulnerable you are. For instance, there's greater pressure in the coronary arteries than in the big toe. And that pressure has an effect on the arterial lining. After all, the heart beats 100,000 times in every 24 hours. And that constant pressure can have a major effect on the development of atherosclerosis, which many pathologists, I talked to one pathologist in New Zealand one time, Dr. Stebbins, and he was convinced that arterial disease was strictly a structural problem, that the heartbeat was pounding away day after day. Microscopic cracks would occur in the coronary arteries, and this is where blood clot forms. And that was really Linus Pauling's theory, too, that taking high doses of vitamin C and lysine, which, remember that vitamin C manufactures collagen, and collagen is the glue that holds cells together. And if you have good glue, namely good collagen, you're less likely to get cracks in those coronary arteries. So when we talk about atherosclerosis, which develops, over a period of time, and Medi-C is not like Drano that can clear out this blockage quickly. It's a long-standing process. Mm-hmm. But certainly the atherosclerosis is the main reason we get into trouble, because without a good blood supply, not only does the heart get into trouble, but so do the liver and the kidneys and so forth.
Sure. And if you're interested in Medi-C Plus, you're going to hear that product mentioned. If you're watching the show, you'll see the phone number there, and the phone number is 844-871-0069. You can always call that number, whether you're a consumer or a retailer and like to get your hands on some of the product, if you will. You can call.
I wish, Dr. Garko, you could show your
viewers
what we're talking about from a visual standpoint.
With the arteries?
Have the arterial picture of the retina.
Oh, of the retina?
Yes.
Okay.
Which shows atherosclerosis and what happens when you've been taking vitamin C and lysine over a period of time.
Yeah, we had that. We have that image. We'll try to get it up. There it is. Arteries are healthier with increased size and blood flow. We're showing that image, and there's a before, and then there's an after. The after is 16 years later.
Really dramatic.
It is dramatic. Take a look at that. It is pretty dramatic. I want to explain something to the listener and the viewer, not to be technical, but just as part of the education of this show. You have 5, and believe me, Dr. Jones will correct me. He went to medical school at Harvard, and I was in the hallway at St. Walburga School, Catholic school. The 5 main types of blood vessels are arteries, arterioles, capillaries, venules, and veins. Now, it turns out then we're talking about, we said, the coronary arteries. The blood vessels consist of 3 layers, and this becomes important because this implicates coronary artery disease. For example, you got 3 layers, or what they're called tunics, all right? And you got the epithelial lining, and then you have a middle layer consisting of smooth muscle and elastic connective tissue. Then you have a connective tissue outer covering. Now, the 3 structural layers of blood vessels from the innermost to the outermost are called, the technical names are tunica interna, or the intima, tunica media, and tunica externa. It's the intima where all the action is, isn't it, Doctor? Where it begins, where all that damage, that first layer, that epithelium, you have the epithelium, the lining, and then you got that, you move inside of that, you have the intima. And then when you damage the epithelium, somehow cholesterol gets into the intima. Is that what happens?
That's right, and it sets up really in part an inflammatory process, which needs to be repaired. And unfortunately, in the repair process, sometimes this causes a partial blockage, and the formation of a blood clot. So the intima is where the action is. You're totally right.
So it's that. This is why blood pressure is such an insidious disorder or disease. High blood pressure is such a serious disorder, because that pressure, it's like too much pressure against an old stiff garden hose. It's just not good. And when you put too much pressure against the lining of the arteries, it starts to you get these, I don't want to say scoring, but they get damaged, and then the body tries to repair, and it uses cholesterol to help repair, right?
Right, and remember, when people are looking at these images, retinal images, that's the back part of the eye, they may say, well, that's the eye, it's not the coronary arteries. But, since the head is connected to the body, what's going on in the retinal arteries obviously is going on not only in the coronary arteries as well, but in every artery throughout the body.
And by the way, all those men suffering from erectile dysfunction, you can take all the Viagra you want. You're only treating the symptom. I'll have Dr. Jones explain.
Hi, I'm Jordan. Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine, for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit TakeSolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
doing a thing.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. As you hear me say, this show is about edutainment. We're trying to educate and be entertaining at the same time. I don't think those are mutually exclusive. If you're watching the show, we're going to put up an image, and Dr. Jones, I think, can be able to see this image. And this is a blood vessel, an artery, and your artery carries blood from the heart to the tissues. Veins carry blood away from the tissues to the heart. Now, I told you have 5 main types of blood vessels: the arteries, the arterioles, the capillaries, the venules, and the veins. This is a photograph. What you're seeing is an image of an artery. And remember I told you that there are 3 basic layers there: the intima, the media, and the adventitia. You see the other technical names there. The lumen, if you look in an artery, the hole itself, that's the lumen, that's the space. That first layer that comes in contact with the blood is the tunica interna, or the intima. And that's what gets damaged from for example, blood pressure. Too much pressure against that inner lining creates damages it, and then the body tries to repair it. Can you see the image, Dr. Jones?
Actually, I can't, but I know what you're talking about.
I know you do. You're a surgeon. So that is that tissue epithelial tissue? That inner layer, that intima.
Inner layer, the intima.
Yeah, is that epithelial tissue?
Yes, it's the innermost lining, and the best way to describe it to your readers is that this is the innermost lining that gets affected by atherosclerosis, and it's not the outside; it's the innermost.
Right.
And that's what gets people in the trouble with coronary artery disease and renal insufficiency, and as Sir William Osler used to say that it's good to be born with good rubber, because you have good flexible rubber, you don't get hypertension, and you get a good blood flow to not only the eyes and the coronary arteries, but everywhere in the body. So it's I think your readers should realize that as goes those retinal arteries that you're looking at, so goes the rest of the body.
Sure. And what happens too here, stress, your diet, your lifestyle, not enough sleep, too much stress, toxins that you acquire from the environment, chemicals and whatnot. All of these things can contribute to damaging your blood vessels one way or another. So how is it, Dr. Jones, after you had your coronary and you didn't take the lowering cholesterol drugs, and you've been taking the vitamin C now for what, 17?
Really for 17 years.
17 years. Well, what's the vitamin C with the vitamin
with the lysine?
With the lysine, the Medi-C Plus product, what is it actually doing here to help you keep your arteries flexible, which is very important? You don't want them stiff like an old hose that's been out in the yard forever. What is the vitamin C doing here?
It's a microscopic removal of atherosclerosis. In other words, it's not like Drano you put in the kitchen sink and all of a sudden the sink is unplugged. When you're taking Medi-C Plus, you have to realize it's a lifetime situation. I've been on it for 17 years, and the last time I had my arteries checked, and the retinal arteries checked, the doctor brought in another doctor to take a look at me. He said, "Look, this doctor's been on for 17 years, and look what it's done to the arteries, the arterial system." So that people have to remember that it's a slow microscopic removal of atherosclerosis, and it goes on day after day, as Dr. Bush has shown that within 6 months you see it happening, and with each preceding month and preceding year. The longer you take Medi-C Plus, the better your arteries are going to be.
Now, you have two kinds of plaque, at least two that I know of. You have lipid-laden plaque, right? And then you have plaque that is calcified plaque. But you have calcified plaque, right?
Right.
Those are different.
And that calcified plaque obviously takes longer to remove than the others. So that's why it's so important to instill in people that it's a lifetime process.
You know that there are some doctors that would be listening to this, cardiologists and even cardiac surgeons would say, you guys are crazy, you don't know what you're talking about. They would include me in that, of course.
There's absolutely no doubt about that, and that's the big problem. But you know, if you take that attitude, you're really saying that Linus Pauling, a two-time Nobel Prize winner, didn't know what he was talking about. That Professor Stebbins in New Zealand doesn't know what he's talking about, and Dr. Bush in England is also not knowledgeable. And I've met two of these people, and they're very smart individuals. It's unfortunate that cardiologists, I can understand family doctors not understanding the benefit of Medi-C. There are so many other things to know, but cardiologists really they don't have open minds at all. They have closed minds in this situation, and it's a tragedy for their patients when they are really telling people take cholesterol-lowering drugs rather than Medi-C, and what they're telling them is that this is going to increase your chance of liver problems, kidney problems, increase the risk of cataracts. But even more important, Dr. Garko, the people who are taking cholesterol-lowering drugs rather than Medi-C are subjecting themselves to an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. And we know that if you have diabetes, you have a 50% chance of having a heart attack.
I know.
In other words, it's not a win-win situation with cholesterol-lowering drugs. It's really a lose-lose deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the tragedy that cardiologists are not pointing this out to their patients. I think I think that the use of cholesterol-lowering drugs is going to be looked on historically as the most unethical and the most harmful thing that doctors have done to mega millions of unsuspecting medical consumers.
Well, that'll be an interesting moment. By the way,
I was around to see it.
Well, you never know. You just keep doing what you're doing. You've certainly persuaded me. I'm now on the protocol. I'm up to close to 10 grams a day. I'm holding up. This is a drink. I also included the reason Medi-C doesn't look that color. I added a collagen product to this that it's that color. But there is 3 scoops of Medi-C Plus in here. That's your vitamin C with lysine and another product that I mixed in with it. And that's what I take my supplements with. I use this. So I'm on the protocol. I'd say 98% of the time I take what I talk about on the show. There are sometimes I can't get the product before I even talk about it, but most of the time I'm on the product, and many times I've been on the product for a long, long time, and I talk about what works. I talk about where the science supports it. There's no hocus pocus around here.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
We live in an age of fast information, high-speed communication, instant gratification, rapid transit, ready-mixed, pre-cooked, heat and serve, and living life on a moment's notice. But when it comes to staying healthy, you pause for a moment. Jarrow Formulas has been formulating high-quality nutritional products for over 30 years and has been a leader in the research and development of some of the most effective, affordable, and cutting-edge natural health solutions in the world. At Jarrow Formulas, they understand that distinction does not happen overnight and that a reputation for excellence is only earned through many years of persistence. Their staff of scientists and health professionals insist on doing things the old-fashioned way, with clinical studies and scientific research. They believe that the true test of a quality company is the purity, potency, and good value of its products and meeting the highest expectation of those who matter most, their customers. For more information about their superior formulas and to request free samples of their leading brands, please go to www.jarrow.com.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Canavest, from seed to shelf. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And I have the LTN health question of the day. Always do around this time. You heard me say that there are 5 main types of blood vessels: arteries, arterioles, capillaries, venules, and veins. Okay? If you took all of the blood vessels in the body and lined them up end to end, how many miles would they extend? How many miles would they extend? 6 miles? 6,000 miles? Or 60,000 miles? If you take all the blood vessels in the body, the ones that I mentioned, arteries, arterioles, capillaries, venules, and veins, and you line them up, how far would they extend? 6 miles, 600 miles, or 60,000 miles? 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Let's go to St. Petersburg, Florida. By the way, Medi-C Plus, here's a phone number, 844-871-0069. That's for consumers and retailers. Visit their website, mymedi-c.com. Let's Talk Nutrition. Medi-C Plus is very popular in Canada, and Let's Talk Nutrition is having Medi-C Plus on the show. We're trying to help getting the product, raise product awareness, get the product into the U.S. so U.S. consumers can have access to this product. In the meantime, if they don't have it in your health store, tell them about it. Have them call the number, have them order it, 844-871-0069. Get them to order it for you or go online and purchase it at mymedi-c.com. Let's go to St. Pete. And, John, you had a question.
Hey, Dr. Garko, how you doing?
I'm good. Hey, John. John, how are you, John?
Good, sir, good. Good to talk to you again.
Nice
I had a quick break here where I could call you. I wanted to find out about the protocol for taking the Medi-C.
Yeah.
I've been taking it 2 hours after food and about an hour before, in that range, but can it be taken with food? Because the lysine is an isolated amino acid, and sometimes that's compromised. The absorption's compromised when you take it with protein.
Okay, that's a good question. Dr.
And
Jones?
I just wonder what Dr. Jones had to say about that so I can pass that along.
Dr. Jones, what do you say?
I usually take it about an hour after I eat.
Okay, about an hour after.
It's
Okay.
best then on an empty stomach.
Yeah, you know, I'm drinking it now, and I haven't mixed it with another product. That's why it's that color, but it's clear. I do both the powder and the capsules to get the 10 grams in one day with 5 grams of lysine. The lysine is already mixed in the product, the Medi-C Plus, so you don't have to do that.
Right.
And Dr. Jones persuaded me. I listened to what he had to say. I did some research. And I'm convinced that, how can it hurt me? So I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm taking it too, so.
All right.
Just wanted to clarify that so I can pass that along.
Yeah, and
what I do, Dr. Garko, when I'm at home, I use the powder. When I'm traveling, I use the capsules.
Okay. All right, good. I do both when I'm at home.
Right.
I won't answer the question. I'll leave it for
I
the
just find the
listeners,
powder a lot easier.
I know. John, it's nice to hear your voice. And you work for Vitamin Discount Center, right?
Yes, sir.
You still with them?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which store do you work in?
All of them.
Oh, okay, good.
I kind of move around a little bit, so I see a lot of different people, and we're selling this, and it's doing well. I just wanted to clarify the best way to take it.
Sure.
So.
I understand that the product is doing very well in those stores. Is that true?
It is.
All right.
Good product. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. And
absolutely.
It's very good for the herpes virus, too, by the way. That hadn't been mentioned.
I know. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Thank you, John. All right, Pam in Peoria.
Good morning.
Good morning. Before you give me your answer, I'm going to give you a hint. All right?
Okay.
All right. Here's the hint. 2 trips around the world.
Oh, my. So it's the largest one there. I'm sorry, and I had it.
You know what? Wait. It's okay. It's okay. We like winners around here. So
I do too.
Okay. So if you take all of your arteries, arterioles, capillaries, venules, and veins, and you line them up, how far will they extend? 6 miles, 60,000, 600 miles, or 60,000 miles?
60,000.
60,000. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. How about that?
Thank you.
How are things does it play in Peoria is what we want to know.
Well, today the weather's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where surveyors always go and do their surveys,
That's right. They sure do.
Yeah, because people in Peoria, that's sort of like the middle of the country.
Yeah.
People reasonably sane there.
I don't know about that. That's just a rumor.
That's just a rumor. Well, I'm sure you're one of the same residents of Peoria. I'm sure of it. We're very grateful to be in your market. Thank you for listening to the show, and we're grateful that you're a listener, and we like it a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. There you go, Dr. Jones. You're playing in Peoria. Did you ever think?
Well, that's great.
What are you going to do today? You going to go out? You going to go out by the pool and drink mojitos? What are you going to do?
I'm going to read another column. Boring. You know what? I'm sure you know the routine, Dr. Garko. You're on the air every 5 days a week. I've got to come up with a column, 700 words once a week, and those days go by so quickly.
Don't I know? I write an article every month. I publish it every month. People think, you got producing the show, hosting the show, writing articles, and doing my own studies and whatnot. And
Dr. Garko, you're under a lot of stress, and all the more reason to build up your immunity with Medi-C Plus.
Well, you persuaded me. You persuaded me. 844-871-0069. If Medi-C is not in your neck of the woods, you can call and order it that way, or you can visit their website, mymedi-c.com. And you encourage your retailer. They can call that number too and get the product into their stores. And so we're always I only talk about things people know this. I'll talk about it and I'll represent it. I'll promote it if I know it's legitimate, if I know it works. Dr. Oz takes the same approach, but now he's in a lot of trouble because some of his colleagues are too jealous, I think, at Columbia. Apparently, he's going to address this criticism sometime this week on his TV show. I know many of you watch Dr. Oz. I think he's done a lot to educate people. I think Dr. Jones has done a lot to educate people. And it is my hope that we're doing the same here on Let's Talk Nutrition. Please, Dr. Jones, take care of yourself and have a good writing day, and I'm going to look for you the next time, okay?
Always a pleasure. Look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.
You have a nice day. Again, MyMedi-C, MyMedi-C. Put the dash in there. MyMedi-C.com. The number is 844-871-069. Take MyMedi-C. Why? Because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Did you know that doctors recommend omega-3